Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jacob Restituto. I'm a musician from Northport, New York, and today we are doing a little a reaction video, a dissection video, a breakdown of Story of My Life, the lyrics. So I've had a lot of comments and react and people asking to do comment more on the lyrics. So in addition to trying to comment them on more of the lyrics during the actual reaction videos that I do, I think it'd be cool to do something like this where I'm just taking straight lyrics and just taking the lyrics and reading them and breaking them down and giving my opinion. And obviously it's just my opinion. Like I wasn't in these songwriters' mind when they wrote it. They could have meant something completely different, and you guys actually probably know more about this stuff than I do. But I also, being a songwriter myself and having my own music out there, I find it really cool to read these things because it gives me the opportunity to learn how these guys rhyme certain things and the syllabolic intervals, you know, how how many syllables and things. And yeah, and I just think that it's really interesting, so it's a learning experience for me too. If you like this kind of video, I'd love for you to let me know. If you don't like it, I'd love for you to let me know. I genuinely want your feedback, how you think I could do it differently, how you think I can make it better. I'd really love your feedback. If you want to check out my music, it's Jacob Restituto. Wherever you listen, there's a link in the description also. I have one of my songs is close to 1 million plays. It has around 715,000 plays right now. I'd really love your support if you could try to help me get to 1 million. I'm trying to get my music out there. I've got a whole bunch of songs. If you don't like that one though, there's 49 others that I have out there, so you could just check that out wherever you want to listen though. It's not just on Spotify, it's everywhere. Let's see what we got though. This is Story of My Life. Alright, so written in these walls are the stories that I can't explain. Interesting concept right in that right there, because written in these walls, like it, you know, obviously they mean in this room, but so why? That's interesting because they could have said written in this room are the stories that I can't explain. That's cool. Another thing that's interesting to think about is if all of these writers were European, they might use different words. For example, the 1975, you know, they use European slang very often actually in their music compared to Americans who use American slang. All right, let's go back to it. I'll leave my heart open, but it stays right here empty for days. That's really interesting. Leaving your heart. It's a cool. They're really good at giving descriptions, and you can almost paint it. If somebody's reading this to you like a story, you could paint the picture in your mind. You know. All right. She told me in the morning she doesn't feel the same way about us in her bones. I've actually commented on that lyric in one of my actual reaction videos because I think that is a really interesting word right there. So that they use bones instead of. The classic way to say that would have been, she doesn't feel about the same way us in her feelings, in her heart, in her mind, but her bones is a real you can feel it in your bones, you know, that's a clever lyric. And then the cool thing about it is 2 lines later where it says, and so I'll just continue. It says, it seems to me that when I die, these words will be written on my stone. So the cool thing about using bones is stone and bone rhyme, so you can get that kind of rhyme scheme. What I also find it really interesting is how music in general has, why do we rhyme in music? Where did that start? And the only reason I feel like we have to know is because most music does. But if we never started rhyming, I feel like we wouldn't feel the obligation to. It's just that it's what our ears are used to. So that's really interesting. It's also a cool lyric because it's he's saying I've heard this so many times from people that some from women that they don't feel the same way that he feels towards them. And that he's heard it so many times that it's going to be on his gravestone in the end. Very clever lyric. All right. Moving on. And I'll be gone tonight. The ground beneath my feet is open wide. The way that I've been holding on too tight with nothing in between. First off, I want to say that I like how they comment, how they say gone tonight. They could have just said I'll be gone tonight. But I like the repetition of the words. I'll be the emphasis almost. I'll be gone tonight. The ground beneath that is open wide. It's cool. The way that I've been holding on too tight with nothing in between. That's a clever, really nice. You can holding on so tight that it's so tight that you can't fit anything in between. That's cool. I like that. All right, the story of my life. I take her home. I drive all night to keep her warm. And time. Oh, that's interesting. That's weird that it's broken up like that. I'm sorry, that confused me. I'm surprised that and time isn't on a new line. So I drive all night to keep her warm, and time is frozen. The story of my life, the story of. The story of my life, I give her hope. I spend her love until she's broke inside. The story of my life. That's really interesting. What is that exactly saying, though? So, it's saying, at first in the verse, it sounds like he was saying that he's the one that keeps getting broken. You know, like that people don't feel the same way about him. But now it's like it's almost like he's taking her love, and that she ends up leaving him because he's taking too much, almost like he's wasting her love. It's interesting, almost like a change in story. Again, I could be completely missing the point, so I'd love for you guys to let me know. Written on these walls, back to that's cool because written back. So see, here's written on these walls here, but before it's written in these walls. Cool change in lyric there, but it's the same concept, which is cool. The colors that I can't change, leaving my heart open, but it stays right here, and it's wow. That is a cool lyric. Leaving my heart open, but it stays right here in its cage. That is a really cool picture. That is really cool. I like that a lot. So, you know, like when something's put in a cage, obviously wants to get out, unless it doesn't know that it can get out or doesn't want to leave because like it thinks that it shouldn't, or all this, you know, like almost like it's a sad picture, but like an abused dog, you know, like it doesn't want to come out of its cage because it's scared, because it's hurt, because it's, you know, all these things. That is really, really, really interesting. I like that a lot. That's a cool lyric. All right, keep going. I know that in the morning now I see us in the light upon a hill. Although I am broken, my heart... Hold on, am I reading it? I know that in the morning now I see us in the light upon a hill. Although I am broken, my heart is untamed still. Okay, cool. Don't have much to say on that one because I don't really get the whole light upon a hill. All right, we'll move on. And I'll be back to the pre-chorus, and I'll be gone tonight. Oh, new one though. So this is the same melody and syllabolic ratio, but new lyrics. And I'll be gone tonight. The fire beneath my feet is burning bright. Cool lyric, kind of like giving this sense of like anticipation, like hey, I have to do something because the fire beneath my feet is going. The way that I've been holding on too tight, so tight with nothing in between. Okay, so they only changed that one lyric, which is kind of cool. I like that. Back to the chorus. The story of my life, I'll take her home. I'll drive all night to keep her warm, and time is frozen. The story of. Oh, did they? How many times did they say the story? That's interesting. So they only say the story of twice here, and they say it 3 times in the first verse. The story of my life, I give her hope. I spend her love until she's broke inside. The story of my life. The story of. So that's interesting. So how they took out that one story of my life. Interesting, huh? All right, let's keep going. And I've been waiting on this time for it to come around, but baby, running after you is like chasing the clouds. Obviously, clouds can never be caught. You know, they just fall right through them. Very cool concept. I like that. It's really good at using metaphors here. All right, back to I think this is the down chorus. The story of my life, I take her home. I drive all night to keep her warm, and time is frozen. It's weird how they're putting time in to keep her warm and time on that same line. It's messing me up. Story of my life, I give her hope. I spend her love until she's broken. Is it broken the whole time, or was it? See, that's interesting. Was it? So the whole time it was broke inside. Now it's broken inside. That's a cool little change, because that totally changes things. Till she's broke inside can mean like you spent all her love, but now broken inside means like she's hurt. That's really interesting. The story of my life, the story of my life. Cool. So there's like 15 different writers on this. There's Julian Bonetta, there's Jamie Balin, John Ryan, Niall Horan, Zayn Malik. Oh, I didn't know Zayn was spelled Z-A-I-N instead of the Y. That's really interesting. Liam Payne, Harry Styles, and Louis Tomlinson. They all wrote on this one, I guess. Huh. A lot of writers on that one. That was cool though. That was really interesting. I think my 2 favorite things were how open up the cage for your heart, but it doesn't want to leave. That was really cool. And then I like how they say she's broke inside, and then the last time she's broken inside. Very interesting change in lyrics. That was really interesting. All right. As always, you can leave a comment if you want me to react to and analyze and dissect any of your favorite songs. I want to know if you guys like this style of video, if you guys enjoyed it, how I could do it differently, how you think I can make it more interesting, more fun, whatever you think. Open to all feedback. Really, really want to know. If you do like it, though, share it with your friends. You know, I'd love to get more opinions. If you want to check out my music, it's Jacob Restituto, wherever you listen. Like I said, I'm trying to get that one song to blow up. It's getting close, so just let me know. Let me know if you want to listen to it. I'd appreciate it. There's a link in the description, or you can just type in Jacob Restituto on Apple Music, Spotify, TuneCore, wherever you listen to music. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Upside down, just to get